Well, time machine session is terrific.
I like the time machine session a lot.
Time machine session was one of the best experiences that I had this year at ICME.
I really love the idea of the time machine session. It was really great.
I really thoroughly enjoyed the time machine session at the ICME.
I think this time machine session has been one of the most innovative aspects of this conference. And in fact, I don't remember having seen anything like this in a long time in signal processing and multimedia conferences.
You know, the basic idea is time machines. They want to review the papers in the previous period and what's the impact to the current academic research and also the industrial application.
And when you start from a seminal idea, it's kind of big bang, you can say. From this seminal idea, you have explosion. This idea will go into different topics, areas of research.
It was like, wow, if you can pull that up, that would be awesome. There was an original idea by Martha Larsen.
She spent a lot of time and also she created these sessions. We would like to thank Martha for her expertise and efforts.
And I have to say, it's really due to Martha that we pulled it off.
Zeng can be very convincing. He's like, Martha, Merjan, we want you to innovate, because I really like the field of multimedia research. And if I wanted to give one thing to the field, what would it be? Our training gives us no way of really valuing this digging into the past, this archaeological or historical understanding. That's what the time machine is about. So Merjan and I pitched the idea to the ICME 2012 organizing committee, and they liked it, but they said, time machine? Can we call it something else? Because time machine is kind of weird. We said, no, it has to be time machine, because it's really, we want it to stick in people's minds, and we want to really have the feeling of, okay, yes, we're going back in a way that's unique and in a way that's difficult and in a way that's fantastic.
I enjoyed it. I think it was useful. We actually made people think, made people relaxed. We talked to them about some images, we talked to them about some audio, even we worked their intellect. And I think at the end it came out pretty good. I liked it.
The reason why I chose this topic is because I believe that dynamic time warping is coming back. We've been in the speech community working a lot with hidden Markov models and stochastic trained systems with lots of data and lots of machines to compute it, but I think that dynamic programming techniques that use very little resources but can actually do a lot of things with the resources they have are really, really the future.
Now we have technology that makes calm computing possible in ways that it wasn't possible before.
The more I read through their work and reread it and thought about it while I was trying to write about it, the more I realized, wait, calm technology hasn't happened. I was looking through the literature, and a lot of people say they're building on calm technology, but it seemed to me they were all missing the real point of what Weiser and Brown described in their pebbled glass window interaction or their live wire spinning wire interaction. It should be intuitive interaction, not because we say, well, it's intuitive, but because it works the way human senses work, right? So you can just glance over and get information that helps you make a judgment about whether or not to give more attention. The two examples they gave were really for output, and there's not a lot of examples for calm input. And I thought, okay, this is going to be a fun one to work on.
One interesting point that I found reading the paper from back 1995 was when Rosalind Picard started looking into this topic, she was very concerned about understanding emotions. So she started reading a lot, and she she actually did a very extensive literature review in psychology of emotion. But somehow, when she published the book in 1997, it seems that the time stopped for computer scientists because they all started reading her book, and that was their Bible. While, on the other hand, in the psychology of emotion and neuropsychology, that's evolved and advanced from 1997 to now. And if you look at what she's citing in 1995 and all the theories in neuropsychology, they are now outdated. So, I mean, you can see that we are somehow disconnected from people who are working on affective sciences and the psychology of emotion in computer science because we are continuing the track of computer science literature.
The reason I chose that topic is because I actually put that in the context of this new coding paradigm called distributed video coding. It's a very, very different paradigm than the traditional one. And so that particular paper that I refers to play a very significant role in the more traditional coding context. Okay, and it does contribute significantly to the progress of the literature. But the reason I choose that now is because in this new paradigm, distributed video coding, we are kind of went through maybe the similar process as like 20 years ago. And we actually did observe that we experienced a lot of similar confusion, those kind of process. And so I feel that it's very, very important to, remind people. Okay, so we have been there before. So we should look back at that time to see how the technology evolved at that time, so that it will definitely help us to really clarify the confusion we have, and help to really significantly speed up the progress in this new field.
I think it went very well. I was very happy with the reception. I think that the speakers did an excellent job, and the diversity of the talks was great. We got really good questions and a lot of very positive feedback. A lot of people identified with having a time machine moment, a moment when they realized that something that they had done was actually, going back to research that had been done in a previous era, and where they had dug into the literature and then came up with interesting previous work and built on that. So I heard stories like that coming out of the time machine session, and that's exactly what we wanted to achieve: get people thinking about, when they went back and built on things that had been done in the past and that had kind of not gotten the exposure that they should have gotten, not reached their full potential.
Squeezing 4 talks into 2 hours was probably just right. I think it was exactly the right amount of time.
I think it's nice because it's different from the other sessions in that it's less technical. It's more like about the vision, sort of where we're coming from and where we're going, and that's what most people expect and are interested in these kind of conferences.
And the diversity of the talks as well is something which will probably draw a very large crowd to conferences in the future.
Lots of delegates, they gave very, very positive comments. Said this is the terrific session. So they like this keep in the ICME conference.
I think it was very successful. It's very original to this conference now, and in the long run, I think it will really provoke some thoughts.
Yeah, we'll see if people are still talking about time machine next year, if it happens again next year, and that's the way we're going to know if we're successful.
Okay, no, this has to be done again, and maybe extending the concept.
All the people I talked about were very happy about it, so I think it should definitely be done over and over in the next years.
How do you like making videos?
I think it's very fun. Actually, it's my first time to record the videos from the conference.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe sometimes I just record my friends, myself.
Yeah.
Zehn, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
10个八尺6、5、4、3、2。9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0。10、9、8、7、6、5、4、3、2、1、0。
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.